Good evening, good people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today, guys, we are going to talk about fresh elections in Zimbabwe, unavoidable, SADC said. So what's going on? Yes, when an election falls short of the revised SADC guidelines and principles of a democratic election, according to the SADC guidelines and principles, it's within the SADC mandate to order a fresh elections on that member of state. Many people in SADC member states are not aware of how far the SADC mandate can stretch when dealing with a member of states. So it's actually a way within the SADC mandate to order a fresh election in a member state. This is how it works. When elections in a member state, let's talk like in the case of Zimbabwe. These elections in Zimbabwe fell short of the revised SADC guidelines and principles of democratic election 2023. Once an election 2021. Once an election according to the SADC guidelines and principles is enriched in the SADC threat 1981 fails to meet that threshold of a democratic election, a fresh election shall be ordered by the regional bloc in the affected member of state. SADC will always stand by the people in a member of state and not necessarily by their elected administration. Simply put, SADC is more for the people in a member of state than for the elected officials like president etc. SADC serves the people. The point is, for example, if President Emerson Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF apply to pull Zimbabwe out of SADC, the regional bloc will not grant that permission without the people of Zimbabwe's signature. The referendum, that's why SADC will stand with the people of Zimbabwe and not the administration the people of Zimbabwe elected. But it's way within SADC mandate to order fresh elections in Zimbabwe because of the CEOM report on Zimbabwe elections, and said the Zimbabwe elections fell short of the revised SADC guidelines and the principles of a democratic elections. So our political science professor based in Florida, USA, said those saying SADC cannot order fresh elections in Zimbabwe are simply ignorant of the fact. The fact that you have not yet been in jail simply means you haven't yet committed a crime. It's not a fact to say you can never go to jail because all these years of your life you haven't. SADC has never had to order fresh elections in a member state because no member state committed these sort of offenses which required SADC to act accordingly. Therefore, it's not factual correct to say SADC cannot order fresh elections in Zimbabwe. SADC is a block of member states and within guidelines and principles for member states to follow. The member states themselves know what happens if what happened in the Zimbabwe elections fell short of the elections in August 2023 happens. All member states are expecting Zimbabwe to hold fresh elections because it's in their SADC guidelines. So yes, Zimbabwe fresh elections are unavoidable, guys. So you can say whatever you want to say, you can argue, you can think SADC doesn't have that power, but Zimbabwe fresh elections are unavoidable and they are going to happen. So yes, tell us what you think in the comment section about this issue. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Stay charged.